Error is the most cinnamon-rolly character, and that is not saying a lot. Error has single-handedly broken Nightmare and Cross out of jail multiple times. He waltzes through the JR hallways, casually throwing guards into walls and each other as he does so. Error has knitted many things. Error makes care packages for the orphanage and sends them anonymously. Error likes coffee. Error has problems with drinking too much coffee, especially when he's stressed. Error plays the guitar. This includes the electric guitar. Cross got it for him for his birthday. Error has horrible post-traumatic stress disorder. Error has haphophobia due to a sexual assault incident and he killed the rapist, albeit it may not have been entirely intentional. Plus he does not remember this due to losing his memories. Error was named Error by Blue. His name was originally Data Corrupted. Error wears gloves to help with his haphophobia. He used to wear full gloves, but as he gets more used to contact, he's changed to fingerless gloves. Error made his string cape thing, and it just clips on. It consists of many strings that hang down in woven strands. He also made his blue scarf. Ink is a sassy little shit, even to Dream. Although Dream is his boss, so he's sometimes a little more scared of him. Even if he's being sarcastic and difficult, he always ends up doing his job in the end. Ink almost always calls Dream boss. Ink can summon his brush, so he doesn't need to strap it to his back. As of his updated design, Ink's gold strap thing that goes over his shoulder is still the holder for his vials. It has a bunch of little circular tubes in it that the individual vials are shut into. Actually, since I don't want to spread misinformation, as of the time this video comes out, DS Ink's backstory has been largely separated from the originals. His strap is basically a shock collar that he only wears out of habit. Dream isn't the one who gave it to him if anyone was thinking that. I'll probably use Ink's old backstory though, because it's easier to understand for people that aren't that into Dreamswap. Ink started working for Dream because it was not only convenient but because Dream makes him feel like he has a soul, although this is limited to the effect of Dream's aura, meaning the things he can actually feel without his vials are very limited. Even though Dream doesn't like how Ink has to use his vials due to how it makes the emotions feel fabricated, Ink still has to take them, unless he consciously decides that it would be better for him to not feel anything. Ink enjoys drawing horror and dark concepts. Ink still plays the flute. If Ink was feeling Dream and Nightmare's auras at the same time, his mind would go into panic mode, and he would have a mental breakdown. Ink has total separation between his feelings and his rational thinking. Even when he takes his vials, there's no connection between the two things, and as such, he spends more time listening to his logic than his feelings. Ink never really saw Cross as a good friend, just someone to use who failed to be useful. Of course, this could be changed for storytelling convenience, but conventionally, he never cared that much for Cross. Ink is a douchebag with no friends, so he has to expose all his inner feelings to Error. The two of them meet occasionally to chat without anyone else's knowledge. Well, Nightmare and Cross probably know because Error told them, but Ink doesn't know this. Ink acts like he knows everything and knows what he's doing, but he's the easiest to manipulate. Blue always introduces himself with "You can call me Blue." He doesn't actually go by Blueberry. Blueberry is a nickname occasionally used by Nightmare and Cross, and sometimes others, in a jeering way. If Blue is helping you, it's probably because he has something to get out of it. Despite adapting to the appearance of one, Blue does not believe that he is a swap sans. Blue dislikes Nightmare because he can't figure out how his thought process works. Blue is a suave little fricker and plans virtually every decision he makes. Basically everything Blue does has a means to an end, even if it's something as little as getting attention or entertaining himself, or both. Blue plays the alto sax and also sings to some extent. Somehow, by some method beyond Dream, Blue keeps sneaking into the JR castle for no reason other than it's fun. Blue does not enjoy violence. He might do it if he absolutely must, but it's a last resort. Torture and gore make him sick. On that note, Blue was verbally and physically abused by his papyrus, but this was not the cause of his problematic personality and motives. His code was already faulty due to his world being incomplete, and that combined with his error condition acquired from the anti-void, he became pretty fricked up. Regardless, he is very high-functioning. Blue lives in an Outertale timeline and owns a house that he pays actual money for. As such, his work in doing illegal favors for people is actually important, seeing as how it's part of his income. Blue is actually good at cooking, but he does tend to get experimental and put random stuff in his food to see what it tastes like.